Okay, wake up time. Wake up time. It's wake up time. That is wake up time. So wake up time means, are you awake? Like, have you taken your glasses off? Have you taken the filters away? Are you rubbing your eyes? Are you really seeing and noticing what's going on right now? And you may be like, what are you talking about? And that moment of wake up, when you wake up, when the light switch goes on inside you, when you go, oh my gosh, am I really seeing this? Am I really feeling this? Am I really noticing this? And then you go, nah, can't be. Can't be. Right? You had those moments. Did I see that? Is that what's going on? And you go, I've had so many instances like that, when my inner guidance, my intuition gave me this feeling like, that person is lying to you. And I was like, no, they love me. They care about me. They would never lie to me like that. I mean, they're looking at me straight in the eyes, right? Even though they might be fidgeting, or maybe they're not looking you straight in the eyes. Maybe they actually are fidgeting. Maybe they're looking at the ground. Maybe they're reading from a script. Maybe they're never looking at you. Maybe they start to look at you and they're constantly looking away. They're flickering. They're starting to fidget. And you're noticing things, but you're like still going, no. They're telling me the truth. They're telling me the truth. But you're got this feeling inside you, this gut feeling that's like, no. But you're like, no, that's not real, because that's just a feeling. And this person is saying the words I want to hear, that I want to believe. I care about you. I want what's best for you. And if you've had any type of abuse, any type of experience where you have been put in your place, where you have been told, let's say, I'm the teacher, you're the student, I'm the boss, you're the employee, right? I'm the one with the power and you're not. I'm the parent, you're the child. Do as I say. Many people have had experiences where what they're being told to do and what they're feeling at a very young age kind of disconnects. And then over time, we have new experiences and we have new experiences. And in a way, it's like we're constantly wanting those two to come back together. So they're in unity. So your inner guidance and your actions and your world are all together, right? One. All together is one. So there isn't like an inner guidance over here and this deceptive broadcast over here. Like that's day 6 in trusting your intuition, discover your superpower in 10 days. That's day 6 or step 6 is the deceptive broadcast is anything that is creating or instigating or causing you to feel doubt, shame, blame, judgment, guilt, fear. It is giving you, it's like a big spam of a message coming at you. And over here, your inner guidance is wanting to guide you, but it has been so weak. It's been like very seldom used. You need to strengthen it. And when you have somebody that's really great at saying things to you and doing all the things that you feel you've always wanted, then it can look really, really attractive. Like they must be entirely telling you the truth. You can just ask any empath that has been with what is labeled an empath and labeled with someone that's a narcissist, where they go, whoa, what they were seeing and what they were doing is 2 different things. Or having the distinct, what people call manic depressive or multiple personalities. I mean, I can say for me, I've been in that situation. I've been way over here on one side and way over there on the other side. And it's like slowly by slowly through each experience, bringing it back together until I found that unity. that I could actually trust what I was really feeling, even though what was around me was completely different. One of those key moments, well, there was very key moments, but when I was injected with the tetanus vaccine 2 years ago, I felt that go right through my arm. I felt it go right up through my, like I felt it immediately. I was like, whoa, I can experience this working through my body. And she says, are you having a reaction? I'm like, no, because I knew I was guided to have this experience. I didn't know why I was guided to have that experience, because I knew my foot was already healed. I'd stepped on a rusty nail. And that was the experience for me to really get present to how sensitive I was to a shift in what was natural. Even though there was something in that injection, so I'm told, that is to help with tetanus, there's other ingredients in there also. And it was foreign to my body. Now, I still had an experience of releasing those toxins, because the average vaccine is made with aluminum, formaldehyde, and thimerosal, right? Thimerosal has been ruled out for a lot of vaccines for maybe it's a mercury derivative, because you didn't want mercury in your fillings. Why would you want mercury in your body? So things have been weeded out of that, because again, people are just trusting that they're being injected with something and it's working for their body. And it might be, and it might not be, right? It depends on more than just what's being injected in your body. It depends on your thoughts and your beliefs. So this is why your inner guidance and waking up to what's true for you is so important. Because when you wake up and you really are hearing and seeing, hearing, seeing, feeling, right? Smelling, tasting what actually is going on in my experience, this moment. I'm just here in a room talking to a computer. And if you happen to be listening to this, wherever you are, you're having the experience of listening. That's really all that's going on. And yet I could be making it mean something else. But this is really all that's going on. Is I've been guided to express this message about waking up and really knowing what waking up is. And waking up in presence is always waking up every day, every moment. There's new. If you're still sleeping, you're seeing things as habitual, right? That's where March 2020, we shook things up in the world and we said, no, normal has stopped. Everybody's normal is shifting now. It's kind of like the snow globe. If you've ever seen them, we have them on Canada. They see them on those Christmas movies. You shake them up and it all comes down. That's the idea. Things are resettling, and they're resettling for each one of us in a different way. And if you're really waking up, the illusions of what you've believed to be true, what you've been educated in from the beginning of your education, what your parents believed to be true, that they did their best to teach you, it's been handed down from generation as best as they can. And every parent has had to kind of try to figure it out, because what they were educated, how they felt, and then what they're learning now in the new way, it's all like, now what do I do to tell my kids? What is the best way to do it? And then as the children grow up to be teenagers, they're going, yeah, I know what you've been telling me as a parent, but is that really real? Because I'm feeling differently. And that's all that's happening, right? Is everybody has to find their truth for themselves. They have to wake up. They don't have to. They can sleep their whole life. They can sleep through this whole experience. But the idea is when you wake up, you'll realize, as I realize, that I am a co-creator. I am getting my direction from source, God, creator, consciousness. I am that expression just as you are. And in that expression, let the word be made manifest, right? That is what occurs. So being in integrity with your word is, when you speak your word, do you actually believe your word? Is it that, like, you plant a tomato seed and it's a tomato seed, and even though it hasn't grown past out of the ground yet, it's still a tomato seed. So it's in the process of it. So when I planted the seed, for instance, of the message came to me, 1 billion people being healed from the inside out, trusting their inner guidance, enjoying the journey of their heart's desires. Everyone is living in their best hold in the world. That seemed ridiculous from a perspective, but that's the seed. And I knew the seed was planted, and I knew the seed has to do with the whole world. And I was holding that space that says, this is what's I'm holding. I know this is happening. I know this is occurring. And I remember Leah and I were saying last year, well, when it first happened, the pause, the beginning of the real big awakening as these systems are going to be so revealed, then so why couldn't we do the whole world? Well, we can do the whole world. We can. That's option. Everybody has the choice. Is it their time to wake up? Is it? Is it that time? Because maybe not. And for me, the wake up works because I spent a large part of my life sleeping. I had a incurable sleep disorder, as I was told, and I lived into that for 10 years of popping prescribed medication. 10, 12, maybe 10, 10 years. So I've had many different experiences. And I can tell you, for me, trusting my inner guidance and going with the flow and living in the next moment when the next moment gets there is the greatest freedom there can ever be. Because I know that health exists, because I get healthier all the time. Even though I'm already healthy, it still expands. That's the same with wealthy. I still expand. Everything is in abundant in the world, and I discover new ways of abundance and trusting and receiving and asking and all the time. So when I say I'm in, living in, or signing off, enjoy, health, peace, love, and wealth, that's the state of the world that I am doing my best to be and send out there as a light and create. And as I am, so I see it. And if you're wishing the world would be a different place than what you are actually experiencing, maybe you might want to consider rubbing those sleep out of the eyes, trying on a new perspective, and waking up, and really waking up, because everything around you is a mirror of what your thoughts and feelings are. And that can seem like, yeah, I don't want to be responsible for all that. And in a sense, you can not be responsible for it, because that's your purpose, to discover that there's more than just you in this process, that you are playing this role, and you are having this experience, and you are being given everything you need, because this is the experience. This is how the computer game goes. This is how the video works. This is how the great movie works. Whatever analogy you need to use to get that I am, this body is this experience. I'm living and breathing according to the rules of the matter. However, I am much more than this experience. I am like the ray of the sun coming into this experience and being this. So in this process, lots of love, Lois. In this process, each of us is having a different perspective. And it's all perfect. It's all perfect. And so are you wishing for a world that gets better and better? Are you asking yourself, how does it get better than this? It gets better than this. Or are you pushing into the future of how life is getting worse than this? And you can say, well, I'm just being a realist. I know what they want to do. Well, you know a perception of what they want to do. And then there's full consciousness source of what that power wants to do. And when you wake up to what's truly going on, that's your awakening. That's when you're really awake, because you recognize you can live in this moment. I can be in this moment, and then the next moment, and then the next moment, and the next moment. And the present, the moment, is the gift, right? Can you feel it? And that's all there is. You have everything you absolutely need. So open up those palms and just receive. And you can say the simple little inner guidance tune in with me. Think of something joy, keep those legs slightly apart. And I'm asking for my inner guidance to clearly communicate with me in each and every moment for my highest and best good. And I'm asking to be open to receive this clear communication in each and every moment for my highest and best good. And to take joyful action on it. And that is the fun part, is as you see the world is breaking down, as you are waking up to how the systems and structures that you've believed to be there to support you have been there to distract you, to deceive you, to fine tune you. It's all the way to say it, to polish the diamond. When you realize all that, you will discover a whole new world, and it will be your best whole new world for your heart's desires, designed perfectly for you, because that's why you're here, to open and receive, experience life moment by moment, the despairs, the victories. It's your playground, so enjoy it. Lots of love.